Welcome, Generals, to Ray Rivers Gaming. And this is the first part of three in which I'm going to be doing an after action report for Decisive Campaigns Barbarossa. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to just be going from the start of each move, just one right after the other. Hopefully, this will be no longer than 20 minutes, and you'll be able to see the progression of the campaign as we go to a decisive victory. So let's get on to it. All right, keep this thing um, as quick as possible. It's a different kind of thing. I know I probably haven't seen one like this before, an AR like this. So you have a starting screen. Um, Historical that I put on. I turned off Geneva Convention. I turned off the war diary. I gave the AI um, a speed level of slow so that it can think as much as possible. And I upped the difficulty from normal to challenging. Okay, so hopefully this was going to be a tough battle. And we'll see how it goes. Another thing to take a look at real quick is the decisions review. This is the decisions that you make at the very beginning of the pre-turn phase. The most important here is that I chose military independence. Now this really upsets Hitler, and Hitler is not going to be happy with me throughout the whole campaign. Okay, but I don't care. But anyway, that's the way the setup phase went. This is the setup screen, first turn, and so let's move on and take a look at the 26th of June, going from the 22 to the 26th of June. So here we are on the 26th of June. The Blitzkrieg has just started. In Army Group North, you see I'm bringing my panzers to the north, around like this. We've created a pocket here in Army Group Center. My 3rd Panzer guys are setting up so as to be able to move in this direction. I've taken Brest with 2nd Panzer Group, which is very important because you want to keep your Panzer Group guys on roads or railroads so as to minimize the amount of trucks that you lose. So they're going to be now coming up this way. Okay. And 3rd Panzer is going to come like this. And 2nd Panzer is going to come like this. And hopefully we're going to create a big pocket here. Down in Army Group South, 1st Panzer is moving to create the Lvov pocket. And that's where we stand on the 26th of June. Okay, so here we are on the 30th of June, and you see my panzers have come up, and we've created a big pocket here. It's going to take a little bit of time to reduce that. 2nd Panzer Group is going to be moving up here. We've reduced this pocket in here. Infantry is going to, scrambling to try to catch up. We've managed to almost complete a pocket here in Lvov, and it's very important that we push these guys down here because we want to keep 1st Panzer on a railroad. We don't want him to go out onto the country there where trucks are going to get destroyed. So see, he's almost at the limit there, but he can still supply them with fuel. Relations poor with Wagner. That's bad news. Strong here with Garrick. Okay, I have to, in the decisions that I make in the future, okay, if it has to do with Wagner wanting trucks, I'm going to have to give him his way and get him up. He's poor. He's good. He's important. We want to be in good relations with OKW because he gives you the have a word and smooth the way decision, okay, which is there's a chance of that coming up. have a word decision. What that does is, if this guy is really low, it brings him up in his relationship with you, and the smooth the way decision is a very important decision, as it gives one of your fronts extra APs so that they can go faster. So that's the 30th of June, heading now to the 4th of July. So here we are in the 4th of July. We are working to destroy this pocket. 2nd Panzer is moving up, headed for Minsk. 3rd Panzer is going to be coming down also for Minsk. Notice also the way that we're traveling here opens this railroad so that our guys can be building railroads for us here, okay? So we're looking to move to pocket Minsk as soon as we can reduce this here. Coming down here, creating this pocket here. Lots of Russians. Lots of Russians in here. We need to pocket them. That's good, and that's where we are in the 4th of July. Let's go now to the 8th of July. Here we are on the 8th of July, and 3rd Panzer has been able to come around, as with 2nd Panzer, and create a pocket around here. They've taken Smolensk, or Minsk at the same time. Okay, Minsk is important because you'll get a new army there. Okay, notice how my Panzer commanders are on that road, but you know what's happening is I'm getting trucks going over to here and trucks going over to here, and that's not good. So what I need to do is I'm going to need to get 4th Panzer to, and during this turn I will probably do it, because this is the beginning of the turn. Move that 3rd Panzer down here with 2nd Panzer so that they're both on the same railroad and the trucks are all going down the same road, so they don't have to do double trucks. We have cut off this area here so as to isolate these guys here. The problem here now is what are we going to do? So we're going to have to start thinking about what I'm going to do with my panzers up here now that we've demolished this pocket here. Coming down to Lvov. Now what I was able to do, believe it or not, here was I was able to create 2 large pockets. Look at this guy here, another big pocket here. This leaves this road open, the railroad open. My railroad workers can keep working on that railroad, and 1st Panzer can move down here. Notice how he's at very far away, so he uses as few trucks as possible. So we need to take out those 2 pockets there. Doing a lot of pocketing here. That's what it's all about. And let's go to the now to the 12th of July. Here we are on the 12th of July. We've reduced this pocket here as our infantry are coming up. This is our next target. Here I've been getting my panzers ready so that they can come around here and create a pocket here while these guys are up here finishing that pocket. I've wiped out the guys in Lvov, and now I'm going to be using my panzers to work on this group up here, okay, to help out 6th Army. My philosophy is, if it's red, you want it dead, okay? Kill off all the regular units as much as possible. And though it might be cool to kind of come down here, there's just too many Russians up here to just leave them behind for 6th Army to try to contend with. So we'll be trying to move up there, trying to move 4th army across as fast as possible so that we don't have to get involved in fighting in here. Okay, there we go. And that's what you see for the 12th of July. Let's go to the 16th of July now. 16 July. 2nd, 3rd Panzer surrounded these guys. Need to wipe them out. Moving our panzers over here to try to catch these guys in here and finish wiping these guys out up here. The best move here actually is moving this guy up into here, moving him up there. And that way you isolate this guy completely, so it's easy to wipe him out. Okay, coming down here, I'm dealing with him, and look here, my panzers have come up. And we've got these guys pocketed here. Whole bunch of guys. Not much movement going on down with the Romanians. Let's take a look at our relationships. Okay, so I've gotten him up to neutral. He's at superb. I'm going to get him up even higher. Everything's going on okay. So, time to go to the 20th of July. So here we are on the 20th of July. See 2nd Panzer starting to make a move across this area here. Headed for Orsha. 3rd Panzer also be coming around. Whereas this guy here is pretty vulnerable, this guy not. So we'll have to come like that and come like that. Down here we wiped out that group of Russians we had encircled. And 1st Panzer will continue supporting 9th Army in this area here. And notice we now see our first conscript units coming from the Russians. Relationships, Van Block has gone to poor. Okay, he's superb, he's good. I have not given what is it called? I'm sorry. What is it called? It's called focus. I haven't given focus to any of my panzer leaders yet, because I want them to have solid scores here, solid ratings here before I give it to them, so that they don't lose it. Okay, here's, you see 2nd Army is now also come onto the board, and these guys will be coming straight ahead. 2nd Army will be my spearhead. Okay, they're going to be coming straight down that road. And that's where we stand on the 20th of July. Let's go to the 24th. So here we are on the 24th. And once again, the 2nd and 3rd Panzers are playing in tandem with each other, trying to encircle this group here. Up here, we've destroyed those guys that we isolated, and my panzers are now going to be heading up this way. Down here, we encircled another group, and we're starting to encounter more trouble here. This is another opportunity for us to try to get more encirclements. Notice this here. This is a Russian unit that's been left behind. He's just there. He's not going to move. So now we need to encircle these guys who are basically protecting Orsha. So let's go to the 28th of July, shall we? So our panzers have once again managed another encirclement. the guys in Orsha. Look how many troops there are there. Okay. So pushing forward. Second Army getting more reinforcements. Pushing Second Army as far forward as possible. And oops, we run into a bunch of Soviets up here. And I'm wondering, was that a good idea to go that fast? Might have to pull back. I was thinking about pulling back at that moment. Here I'm trying to encircle a group over here. Once again, it's a large group, so it's worth it if I can do it. But I just didn't have enough XP to close that gap. So there we go. You see what I'm doing, right? Okay, so let's go to the 1st of August. 1st of August. We've managed to encircle Smolensk. This is like how many times we've done this between the two panzer groups here. Okay. These guys all of a sudden run away. Okay. And I didn't move forward. Okay, I just brought up my infantry, and they ran away. So I said, okay, so we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, down here, once again, I've encircled a bunch of Soviets. And the Russians are seeming to kind of back off on me now. I'm not quite sure why. So allow me to move these guys forward. Once again, taking a look at the battlefield. So let's go to the 5th of August. Here we are in the 5th of August. I've taken Smolensk. And I decide that there's just way too many Russians down here to contend with from 4th Army. So I'm going to, 2nd Panzer is going to come down here, and we're going to go after Gomal. Okay. Another thing that happens is that the AI is very good at exploiting the boundaries between the fronts. So you see here that he's got a lot of infantry. So 3rd Panzer, as soon as we can get our infantry up here to hold here, is going to start a sweeping motion over here to try to relieve 9th Army. And over here, what we see, I'm sorry, I got a little bit confused there, and I'm going to have to do a cut on the tape here. But what happens is the Russians just ran away, and so I moved my panzers right up here to take Cannon, or Tallinn, and since this is the beginning of the move, I also have 3 other panzer groups, so I'm going to send them up there, and we're going to see if we can take Tallinn just right off the bat, just real fast. Okay. So just to make sure we get everything right here, because things got kind of screwed up. Smolensk, 3rd Panzer coming here, 2nd Panzer coming down here. We've captured, we got these guys enveloped here with 1st Panzer, and we're looking now at Kiev as the Russians now start disappearing. So, I'm sorry, it's not going to be perfect. This is like the 5th time I've done this video, so it's not easy to do it the way I'm doing it, but hopefully it'll be much more enjoyable. So let's go to the 9th of August now. So here we are in the 9th of August. 3rd Panzer is beginning its move up here. We've managed to encircle a good group of Soviets here, 7 of them. But we're hunting big fish here. We want to try to get as many of these guys as possible. 2nd Panzer now starting to move, getting its movement down here. Okay, I got these two guys across here. They're going to help me to have a good attack on this unit defending Gomel when my panzers come down here. So hopefully we'll be able to get a nice encirclement here. Okay. Meanwhile, down here, okay, we have these guys encircled, but we still haven't attacked Kiev, but that's coming. Notice how my guys are moving forward. Not sure why I didn't do it the last time. I think it probably was to make sure that I had that encirclement well encircled. All right, so off to the 13th of August. So here we are on the 13th of August, and notice that we captured Gomel, and we have really reduced it, okay, down to a huge amount of guys there. But job well done by my Panzer guys, and that's going to ease a lot of pressure on us. Meanwhile, I just, I got these guys over here. Got these guys over here, and in the north up here, I've come up here with my panzers, and I'm, that's not so smart an idea, I don't think. Here I'm playing defense. And we've now taken Kiev, which allows us to, we'll need to start moving down now. We'll also need to get a forward supply base here pretty soon. So easing the pressure down here for 4th and 11th and 3rd armies to push against the Soviets. We've taken Odessa. We need to push down now. And now we'll take a look at the last move of this part, the 17th of August. So here we are on the 17th of August, and what I thought was pocketed, they managed to break through, and now we're going to have to try to get the best that we can. I believe I'm going to attack with these guys here, and that's going to force these guys to retreat down here. Okay, so we'll get at least some of them out of there. I think if I did it right now, that's what we would do it. Let's see. How many we killed there? I don't know. Okay, it doesn't matter because we haven't pocketed them. It's gonna hurt us. But as you see, they fall back here. So, and that gives us 6 units there pocketed, 1 unit there, and that's what I'll be doing during this move. Down here, we still have to finish these guys off. I mean, you need to set up real well to attack that group. Over here, we had a guy we had 3 guys that were here, and we took care of them. And we're now set to move down to the south. 9th Army or 6th Army now doesn't have a whole lot of opposition and can move into that area there. Although this guy poses a problem to me. Okay, I'm going to have to deal with that. They're starting to build up here, notice. Okay, so I can't hang around here for a long time, but notice all these reserves they've got. They just keep on coming. All right. So that's the first 15 moves. Let's take a look at a few things here. So here's one of the things I look at every move. I take a look at the daily intel log. Okay, and what we see here overall is a total of 3 Army headquarters, 119, 2,600 have been identified. So there's like 145 units out there, and we have destroyed 12 HQs and 206 divisions. So that's 218 divisions. The game has, I believe, 550. So we have essentially destroyed 40% of the army that we're going to be facing in this campaign in the first 15 moves, taking starting on the 17th of August. Okay, 17th. That is what happened up to the 17th of August. So those are casualties taken on the 13th of August. So halfway through August, and we've destroyed 40% of the Soviet army. Let's go to stats, and we can see where the armies are. We're at 1,400,000. They're at 1,400,000. Casualties that are up here at 1,800,000. We've got 300,000. So 6-to-1 at this point. 6-to-1 casualty ratio. That's really good. I think you have to have a high casualty ratio, especially at the very beginning of the game. Take advantage of all these panzer groups that are in really good condition, that can fight their way through lines if necessary to make those pockets. Let's take a look at some other stuff over here. Fuel. Okay, center's doing great. The other two fronts are kind of struggling a little bit. Trains, not bad. Truck columns, south starting to come down. Okay. And center as well. And then we look at the partisans, and there you go. Okay, partisans going up in both the south and the center. So that explains our truck losses there. And that will do it. That's part one of my after action report for my game playing Barbarossa, Decisive Campaigns Barbarossa. Hope you enjoyed the AAR, and we'll take a look at the other two that I'm planning to make to cover the whole campaign. It's a different way of viewing turn-based games, but I think when watching turn-based games played by each movement of each unit, I think it's a little boring. One of my worst series of YouTube videos was doing that over a very long campaign, and so I'm not going to do that anymore. I'll just do summaries. So this is a summary. Hope you enjoy the format. I think this is the way ahead for me for turn-based games for videos, and that'll do it. Until next time, part 2. Y'all take care, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.